What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do this easy halo eye that I created with my Modern Renaissance palette. Super easy. It's easy to do something real quick. Like, I can do this if I wasn't filming. I could do this really quick, and it's really nice to just wear, throughout the day for a date night, whatever you want. I think it's pretty universal to wear at any point throughout the day. I would. But yeah, so I really liked how this look came out, and I really like this lip. It's really comfortable. It was the first time trying out that brand, or not that brand, but that line from that brand, and I really enjoy it. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just go ahead and keep watching. Alrighty, so I'm going to start with my Vaseline Lip Therapy. This is the Rosy Lips one, just to moisturize my lips. They've been pretty dry lately with the weather we've been having, so this has been helping a whole lot. And also just helps so we don't get foundation all over our lips. And it smells amazing. Going into my Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to be using the brush that comes with it. Taking the fluffy side of the brush, I'm going to go ahead and dip into Burnt Orange, which you can tell I use this color quite a bit. I know I forgot to prime my lids, but that's okay. It worked out regardless. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that color all over the crease and on the outer corner and the inner corner. Since we are doing a halo eye, you want to make sure that you get that color on the outer and inner corner. It's okay if you get it on the lid because we're going to cover it anyways in a second. Well, cover the middle part of it for the halo. So again, just focusing that color mainly on the inner and outer corner, and then I just blend whatever is left into my crease. And then just repeating the same process but on the other eye. Just speeding it up because it's the same thing, just on the other eye. Going into Raw Sienna with the same brush, I'm going to go ahead and put that over wow, come on now. I'm going to put that over Burnt Orange, just to darken that up a little bit. And as you can see, Burnt Orange does still peek through at the top, which is what I want. I want you to be able to see both colors, but I do want there to be some depth. So again, speeding it up for the other eye. I'm going to be taking this Wet n Wild crease brush with no added product on it. I'm just using it to further blend those colors together so that they blend seamlessly and you can't tell where the two different shades start and end. Taking the flat side of that ABH brush, I'm going to dip into Primavera, whatever you want to call it. I didn't wet my brush. You totally can. It'll make it a little more metallic, but this is the color payoff you get just using it dry, which I was okay with. So just putting that on the center of my lid, and then at the top right there where my eye naturally creases, I just go ahead and drag it out on both sides a little bit because I just like the effect that it gives. Taking the fluffy side we were using to just blend that out so that there's no harsh line where we made the halo. Taking some more of the Primavera. Since I was blending, it did take away from it, which that's alright. You just go ahead and add a little bit more. And then just doing the same thing to the other eye. Dipping back into both burnt orange and raw sienna, I use them to darken up the outer and inner corner just a little bit more. And you can just add wherever you feel you need to. I just went ahead and added a little bit more of that gold color on the middle, and then again just blending out the edges. Taking this Morphe E19, it looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and dip into Tempera. And I'm going to put that on the brow bone for the brow bone highlight. I didn't want to use something shimmery just because since we have some shimmer going on our lid, I want that to be the main focus. And also this shade helps to just kind of clean up if you went a little too high on the blending. It helps to just tone that down a little bit. Right here, I'm using the same Morphe E19 brush, and I dipped into Primavera, and I put some of that into my inner corner. I don't know why. I'm going to use a different highlight anyways. But right here, I'm using it to further define the line that I did on my crease so that it's a little more precise since it is a smaller brush. Next, taking my Wet n Wild matte primer, I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, squeezing whatever I can out of the bottle. I'm running out. I try to focus that mainly on my T-zone because that's where I tend to get oily. And then whatever's left, I just go ahead and spread that on the rest of my face. Moving on to foundation, using the combo I've been loving, Matte and Poreless. It's a little dirty, whoops. Matte and Poreless in the, well, upside down, hello, 220 Natural Beige. And then the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in the shade 106 Sun Beige. So right here, just putting the Maybelline on my face. Right here is the L'Oreal. I know it's a little bit darker, but since we mix them both together, it works out in the end. Using my Real Technique sponge to blend that all out together. Making sure I'm careful around the brows. What I use for my brows will always be in the description down below if you're curious. Next, taking my Maybelline FitMe concealer in the shade 20 Sand. I'm going to go ahead and conceal under the eyes. I do apply a generous amount just because this concealer is pretty thin, like it's pretty lightweight, so I need me some good coverage under there for those mama dark circles. So you don't need to put this much, I just do it to get the coverage that I want. And then I apply it down the center of my face as well, blending it out with my Real Technique sponge. And while I blend out the concealer under my eye, I go ahead and clean up my eyeshadow as well. Kill two birds with one stone, right? Next, taking my Coty Airspun in Naturally Neutral, I'm going to go ahead and take my sponge, dip it into the powder. and set wherever we have put concealer. I like to press it into my skin with the damp sponge. I don't like to so much bake just because I do have fine lines under my eyes, and I feel when I bake it emphasizes those lines under my eyes. So I feel if I do this with a damp sponge and really just press it into my skin, it just melts in and it's not so powdery. Again, I put it on the side of my nose because it helps me from getting super oily there. Whatever is left, I just go ahead and press it onto my face. There's not really much left on the sponge, but I just go ahead and press it on my face. Taking this Royal and Langnickel multi-purpose powder brush, I just go ahead and dust off any excess powders we may have. Taking my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in the shade Sunny. I'm not sure if they still sell that. With my Morphe RG8, it looks like this. I'm just going to go ahead and swirl that in there and bronze up the cheeks. And I also take it up to my temples and the forehead. And I like to make sure to really blend that bronzer into my hairline so that it blends pretty seamless into my hairline. I also like to blend the bronzer underneath my chin. You don't have to do this step, but I personally like to. Taking this Wet n Wild contour brush, I just go ahead and pinch that brush and contour the sides of my nose, and then I also drag it along the bottom of my nose, like the tip of my nose. And then just further blending the contour out with that brush, no added product. Taking my Artist Couture highlight, it's the Diamond Glow powder in Illuminati, using my Morphe M531, it looks like this. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the high points of my cheek, and I like to do that in like a C shape. So I just bring it up towards my forehead a little bit. And then I put it on the top of my brow. You don't have to do this. I just like the way it looks. Do it on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose, the Cupid's bow, and then just a tad bit on the chin. Do you ever put highlight and then you're like, I need a little bit more? That was me right here. And then I keep adding and I'm like, girl, stop. Just, you're good. You are good. Taking that same glow powder with the Morphe E19 to put that into my inner tear duct. Using the e.l.f. eyeliner brush, it looks like this. Dipping into Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange, which were the two shades we used earlier. Just using that to smoke out the lower lash line. It's kind of hard not to be all up in my mirror, but that is what I'm doing, just blending it. Taking the Maybelline Eyestudio in Blackest Black to put that into my waterline. If I had brown, I would have done brown, but I only have black, so that is what I did. And I also put it on the top. And I like to put it on the top so that way when you put your falsies, it'll help blend together. Girl, upside down. Using the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and do a wing. You totally don't have to. I was looking and I was like, nope, I'm going to do a wing. But if you like the way it looks without a wing, just throw on some lashes or some mascara and you're good to go. But if you would like to do a wing, you go do that wing, girl. Does anyone else focus extremely hard while doing a wing? I know I do. Sometimes I feel like I don't even breathe while I do it. Taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, I'm going to go ahead and curl and coat the lashes and prep them for falsies. Taking the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black, I like to use that one for my lower lashes. I like the wand on this one because it helps grab all the lashes on your lower lash line. Taking these Kiss lashes in number 11 and the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and, oh, that baby right there, she's been there the whole time. Mom life. Ta-da! Lashes are on. Lip color, lip color. This one, yep, we're going to go with this shade right here. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in number 70, which is Amazonian. It's my first time trying it. Let's see how it goes. It smells pretty good. Oh. The applicator is a little different than normal, but I actually really liked it. It makes it easy to get a precise line. If you don't use a liner, you can totally just apply this on its own. The color is a little bit lighter than what it shows on the tube, which is okay. It's actually a very pretty color. It feels comfortable. There's the lip. And that completes this look. A little dance break because we are done. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.